and stuff. How do you participate, like, or deal with the drama? Like, do you not participate in it? Do you just ignore it? You know, it's really hard to not be emotional about things like this, especially when you come out and made yourself so public.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I would phrase it like this, like if you participate in the drama, you become part of the drama. And you really got to figure out if you want that to enter into your life. Do you want this negative, like how beneficial is it for you to be involved in this thing? And I think it's a hard balance because you see, there's certain, leaders in the community who, no matter what happens, they have an opinion on it. And a lot of times that's helpful. And then you see just the random drama come along where, you see someone say something, you have an emotional response, you want to defend something, or you feel offended in some way, and you want to tell people your truth. You want to correct something or whatever. And you just get stuck in this rabbit hole Twitter thread of just all this people piling on and going back and forth. And at the end of it, what did you solve? You stood up for something, you stood up for someone, you stood up for whatever. I mean, there's a difference in feeling like you made a difference and actually being effective and making a difference. So I think I would caution people to really pick your battles in that. Like really, if you get involved in any sort of drama in our community, like make sure you're going to be effective by being a part of it and not just another part of the mob, for example. So there's plenty of things where I've seen a thread, I've been like, wow, I can't believe that person said that, or that's, it triggered me in some way. And even sometimes I'll get like halfway through writing a response and then I'll stop, I'll read the response and be like, who is this helping? Like, am I inviting more hate into my life? Like, am I solving some problem? Like, how does this make things better? Me replying, even though I know I'm 100% correct in what I'm saying, and I mean every word, who is this helping? Like, or is it just proliferating the drama and making it worse? And most of the time I decide it makes it worse. So I don't reply. And then people who do and retweet all this stuff, I use my, see less from them, liberally. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll take a break from watching your stuff, or maybe the mute button. You don't have to block people. You can just mute them and that usually solves it. And then unmute them later if you want. You can still DM them and stuff. It's totally fine. So anyways, it's, I would just caution people who are, again, if you participate in the drama, you inevitably become part of the drama because now you're in it. Now you have this vested interest. Now you you dug your heels in and maybe you're confident, you make a stand, and you feel like you're correct. But what did you actually achieve at the end of it? Like, did the conversation die down, or is there another threat spiraling out of control? So I just say be careful with that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I really, really believe in that. Like you get back what you put out in the world. And like me personally, I always try to be positive, not engage in the drama, as you say. Like there's something about like having a debate with somebody. You don't have to agree with everything they say, but you can still have a civil debate. And there's always things to learn from both sides. And, like I've had Jake Sharp on the show and cryptographics. They've mentioned books like Reality Transurfing, which Jake has me like listening to now. I'm about maybe a quarter way into it because it's a big ass book, but I just listened to it on the YouTube. But other books like, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Like when I was younger, I was a lot more emotional. And as you get older, it's just part of like growing up, I think. But, I wish I discovered some of these techniques and methods when you were younger because, controlling your emotions rule our lives. So I think you can have better relationships and, make better decisions if you know how to like use some of these tools.